I welcome everybody to this week's edition of Mike's Minute. It's week 10. Is it week 10 already? Week 10
We
recap?
finished week
Week
10,
10
yeah.
recap? Holy Hannah, a week 10 recap already. I'm here. We're here in Abingdon, Virginia. Beautiful Abingdon, Virginia. A little cool this morning, Mike. I got to tell you, it's a little cool. With my friend here, James Colley, who knows a lot about football. You're gonna get an insight here from someone who knows a lot about the game. But before we
Yeah,
get started, Mike, I know you published the winners yesterday, but let's go over who won this week.
sure. Well, the weekly winners in terms of week 10 was Cameron Gale. So nicely done, 100. And
Wait a minute, Cameron Gall, our golf pro, won.
yeah, again, yes.
Impossible. You better do a recount. He would have put Buffalo over Miami. There's no way that Cameron Gall won that this week.
Well, and I have a good story on the Bills Dolphin game here, but and then we had Mark Menzies who came in second, Francis Martin who came in third, and a tie at fourth was Jamie Ferdinand, our guy from Australia, and myself. So that was a good week, and in the overall standings, I slid into first place, 1 point ahead of Elliot Riddell.
Oh, wow.
And then we had in third place, well, actually tied for third, we had Dale Riddell, Alex Slovic, and Richard Pomelo. So it was a interesting weekend there. So
Yeah, Mike, what I noticed when I looked at the results yesterday, even though there was, but from first to last wasn't that bad.
no,
Everybody was
it's
kind of
close.
bunched.
Yeah, no, it was. Everybody seemed to do well, and this is my story on week 10 because normally when the pick sheets come in, I just sort of glance through, make sure they've done all their picks and filled in their spread type thing because every once in a while somebody misses, and so I looked and Stewart, I noticed he had the Dolphins winning by 14. I'm going, he can't be going with that. So I knew he and Mark and Dave Gervin and a friend of theirs, Jeff Goldman, were all down in Florida golfing. So I sent him a message and I said, Stewart, I'm sure you must have been thinking the Bills by 14, and I didn't hear back. And then I sent off a message to Jeff. I said, listen, talk to him because and so he finally came back and said, no, 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 yeah, it should be the other way around.
Oh
Because the Bills would,
no. A 28-point swing.
well, he would have won this week's poll. So from now on, I won't tell anybody. If they forget something, I'll put it. I'll tell them, but
Oh.
I'm not going to question their choices.
You tried to be nice and you killed the guy. You
Yes,
probably would have won.
oh, I suspect he would have. Like he did rest on he did well on the rest of the games, but just that one game could have turned it around for him.
Okay, so Jim, we're gonna go over some games. I know you've got some there. I'm gonna put up the pick sheets here for the games. I'll share the screen here. Hold on a sec, and we should be able to see what those games are. Okay, what have you got for us this morning, Jim?
Well, I was looking at the Jets at the Patriots, and I
Yeah,
think that's a
that's a
good
good one.
game. Jets won
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, I know, but they have nobody. Like, come on, they have nobody. Like,
Hey, the Patriots are favored somewhere around, is it 10 and a half?
yeah, I think so.
Look
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Likely, yeah.
that's Thursday night. I haven't got it up here yet.
but
Uh,
to in the NFL to take a team that's 10 and a half point favorite, I mean, that's double digits,
yeah.
and you got to beat the spread, so
Well, we
that's
just we
tough.
just have to pick how many points they're going to win by. So yours, what would you say the winning margin is going to be in that game?
Oh, I think the Patriots are going to win by at least a touchdown.
A touchdown. So
But
seven.
I don't think you can give up, a touchdown, a field goal, and then you've got to have a safety or another field goal to get to the 10 and a half.
Well, let me.
So I see what you're saying here. I'm going to say a touchdown.
What do you? Okay, so that's a Thursday night game.
Uh-huh.
What effect does that have on the game? Do you think that's going to have an effect because they have a short week?
Short week, I think where it's at at New England. It's in their favor. Of course, the Jets don't have to travel very far, but
Yeah.
I would go with the Patriots on that with a touchdown.
All right. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I have a feeling. Patriots are my team anyway. So, but I would probably go 8 or 9 on that one. Just the fact that I don't think Jets are still as good as they could be. They've got a long ways to go, and the Pats have been on a good roll. I think they've had 7 wins. Yeah, 7 wins in a row type thing. So, yeah. So I would give them 9 on that one. So
9. Okay. What else you
Wow.
got for us there?
Wow, that 9 points. Yeah. How about the Commanders and the Dolphins? They're heading to Europe. They're
Okay.
going to be playing in Madrid.
That's right. And by the way, you got to get your picks in early, right, Mike, for that game?
yes, exactly. I when I sent out the information yesterday, I highlighted it. It's a 9:30 game in Madrid, and the full pick sheet has to be in by 9:30, not 9:31 or 9:32. In at 9:30, and that's the latest. So
Okay.
get them in, folks.
So what do you got? What do you got in that one?
Well, John, I'm
Don't hurt.
sorry.
Don't feel bad or
sorry
hurt my
about
feelings.
sorry about your Dolphins.
Look,
I know who would have thought the Dolphins. I mean, they destroyed the Bills last week. I mean, who would have thought that? Like you was talking about. Yeah, it's like that's
Yeah.
football in the NFL. You can never tell from week to week.
yeah, you know what I love about Miami? They're predictable in an unpredictable league. They're predictable. You know what's going to happen. You know they're going to lose. It's just by how much. Last week, I don't know what happened. It was a total anomaly. I agree. I think Washington's going to win that one, probably by 4 or 5, maybe 7.
Well, when you said,
I
what I like about Miami, I thought you was going to say the weather.
You know?
Well,
No,
I see. I'm leaning a little differently than I guess the two of you because Washington is really banged up. Daniels is out, and
Yep.
I'm thinking the Dolphins. They have a good shot. I don't. It's not going to be a big spread by anything. It might be a 2 or 3 pointer, but I think Dolphins have a really good shot at this one. So
well, okay. That's possible.
Yeah.
At Mariota, I mean, 2.5 points. I mean, that's the spread. So
yeah,
maybe by 3.
Okay, so
Maybe by
Washington
3.
by 3.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Washington's going to win that one.
Okay.
I don't think Miami can win 2 in a row. I just don't think. I don't see it happening.
Not in the cards.
Not in the cards.
Not in the cards.
Now, Jim, what do you think about that Seahawks Rams matchup?
That's a good matchup.
That's one of the best games this weekend. I think
so.
you've got 2 of the better teams in the NFL, not two, definitely 2 of the top teams in the NFL. And the Rams are favored by 2.5. Is that correct?
What have I got here? If I could read my thing here. Seattle Rams. Yes, 2.5.
Yeah. So that's I mean, to me, that game could go either way. I'm going with the Rams because it's it's in LA. Seattle's got to travel. I think the home team has a little advantage, but not a whole lot. If it was in Seattle, I'd definitely be taking Seattle, but I'm going with the Rams in this one.
Yeah, I would agree because they both have 4-win streaks going. They're sitting 7-2. They're in the same division, so they want to. Both teams really want to win this game, and I think it could go and Rams probably because they're at home. I would agree. So by 3.
By 3. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I was going to say by 2, and they kick a field goal at the end on the last drive to win it.
Okay, possible.
Hey,
I like your
good.
thoughts.
You got some-
Now we don't know if that's going to happen or not.
No, exactly. But yeah.
All right, what else do you got for us?
That the 49ers travel to Arizona, and I'm not for sure what the spread.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's big. I like the 49ers. I'm a 49ers man. Purdy, I don't know if he's going to be back this week. There's a possibility. I read it yesterday, but I don't know.
Yeah. So I think San Francisco is going to win that one, but Arizona looked awful. Jacoby Brissett looked totally out of whack in that game, and they've given up on Kyler Murray. So if Arizona's sticking with them, In my mind, they're organically tanking this season and trying to pick up a quarterback for next year.
Yeah, and I would say, obviously the 49ers have been struggling, at the quarterback position because Purdy's away for a while and they've had a few injuries. But I really like their coaching all across the board. They run a good program there, and so I would say, yeah, again, 49ers probably by a small margin of 3-5 kind of thing.
Okay. You never know, too. Arizona is the weirdest team. They looked so bad last week, and they may come out this week, and all of a sudden, pride kicks in or something, and they play tough. So you don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I want to go over there's two games at the end of the week, one on Sunday night, one on Monday. Kansas City, Denver. I think it's a big game for Kansas City. They don't win that one, and I'm not even sure they're going to make the playoffs.
Hey, do you know a lot of people were saying that? I mean, they're down. They've last year they were winning those one possession games.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes down to the end. They win. Close game, but this year it's not happening. It's sort of what some people say back to reality. I mean, this happens. But everybody likes Kansas City, but that's Denver. They're in the lead in that Western Conference there, and I think they're going to stay in the lead. I don't think. I don't remember ever saying that Kansas City is going to lose to Denver, but I think it might happen this week. I don't know if the Chiefs can bounce back or not. I mean, I love the guy, Patrick Mahomes. I love to watch him throw the ball. Kelsey catching the ball, and yeah.
So that's a 4 o'clock game on Sunday. So that's a big game.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah.
Who you got in that one, Mike?
Yeah, well, I agree. Chiefs and Broncos is going to be an interesting game, but the Chiefs, started off slow this year. All of a sudden, they seem to catch fire, but then last week, they lost, and Broncos have been just rolling along. They're 8-2. They're solid. I would put my money on the Broncos, especially at home. So
I'm with you.
Okay, and the other big game, Detroit and Philadelphia. Now, people were saying at the beginning of the year that's going to be the NFC Championship game between Detroit and Philadelphia. Right now, both teams, I think, are not playing up to par. It's not Thanksgiving yet. Everybody knows once Thanksgiving starts, that's the run to the Super Bowl. But I think it's getting pretty late to not play your best game, and this is a big one here. It's in Philadelphia. Philly's up by Philly's got a 2.5 point favorite in that one. Gosh, I don't know. I can't even guess. It's a pick'em game to me. It's one of the two teams by 1 or 2 points.
Well, from my point of view, since they had their off week, the Eagles have been playing well. They've been winning, and the Lions are good, but I want to put my money on the Eagles because strong running, back there, and they're a solid team. So I again, it's going to be close. It's not a blowout by any means. I would give the Eagles maybe a 3 or 4 point spread on that one.
Coach?
I'm going with you, Mike, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I think it'll be 3 points at least. And you hit the nail on the head when you said the off week. They've had a week to prepare. They've had a week for the injuries, the bumps and bruises to get over. I think that's a big difference this time of the year in the NFL. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm going with the Eagles at home.
Okay. All right. Well, Mike, just remind people again when they have to get their picks in. And I want to thank our guest host here. He's hosting us here. We're staying at his place in a beautiful part of Virginia.
Great meeting you, Jim.
Abingdon, Virginia.
So everybody, again, the Thursday night game, obviously you have to get your picks in before then. And I think the last 2 weeks have been problem free, which I appreciate because it puts a little more work on my shoulders. And then the Sunday, just make sure you have your pick sheet completely filled out by 9:30 in the morning before the game starts.
Or you can fill them out, but make sure you send them in too, because
and that has happened before.
Yeah, I know. I know. So this is everybody. This is a beautiful part of the state. Last night we went out for dinner, and we're on the Tennessee Virginia line. You actually can walk across the street. You're in one state, you walk back, you're in another state. But it's
Oh,
a
really?
beautiful part of the state. It's so if you're coming down this way, it's a beautiful place to. Well, we're going to be playing golf today, hopefully, and it's a little cool, but hopefully it'll warm up. But everybody, yeah, it's a really nice part. So everybody, guys, get your picks in. Good luck this week, and play everybody. I hope you do well. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you. Nice meeting you, Mike. Thank you, John.
It's
for
good to
having me
meet
on.
you, Jim. Yeah.
Yeah.